You're never going to feel fulfilled until you find your purpose and identity through Jesus Christ. If you search for purpose through sin, you'll find pleasure for a bit, but it won't last, and it'll cost you. Job chapter 20, verses 4 through 5. Surely you know how it has been from of old, ever since mankind was placed on the earth, that the mirth of the wicked is brief, the joy of the godless lasts but a moment. Galatians chapter 6, verses 7 through 8. Do not be deceived. God cannot be mocked. A man reaps what he sows. Whoever sows to please their flesh, from the flesh will reap destruction. Whoever sows to please the Spirit, from the Spirit will reap eternal life. This applies to any kind of sin, but when it comes to furries and what I personally struggled with, many try to find their purpose and identity through lust and pleasure. Like many others, I found my value based off how well I could make others happy. And sure, this could be through entertainment, but it was primarily through lust and NSFW interactions. The better I pleasured someone else, the better I felt about myself, as long as the other person still valued me. For that reason, I thought my ultimate happiness would come from finding the perfect partner that I could always love and make happy, and who would always love me back and never leave me. But across 15 years, I never found that person. Every time I felt like I was close, something would always go wrong. But I never gave up, because for those moments where it worked out, it felt so good. And I was addicted to that feeling, even though it was unstable. After I repented of my lust sins when I surrendered my life to Jesus, I was freed from this and found a peaceful stability that I never had before. Because Jesus' love for me and for everyone is unconditional. He's always got my back, and I don't have to be a slut to him to earn his love. First off, nothing we can do can ever be good enough to earn God's love. Second, he loves us all anyway, even if we hate him. It gave me a freedom from emotional dependence on others, because now I rely on Jesus Christ and he never fails me. And now instead of finding purpose from pleasuring others, I find purpose from fulfilling God's will in my life. I definitely still fall short lots of times, but I know when I'm making these shorts and seeing souls draw nearer to Jesus because of it, that for the first time in my life I'm doing what matters, what's actually right. I'm doing what I was created for, and that's a priceless feeling. I believe God has a purpose like that for everyone. If you keep trying to do things your way, thinking lust and sin and pleasure are how to get happy in this life, you'll be disappointed again and again. Sin is fun for a bit, but it falls off fast. Fulfilling God's purpose for your life will satisfy you and bring you peace. If you're tired of sin and pleasure letting you down again and again, it might be time to consider Jesus Christ instead. Luke chapter 15, verses 11 through 24. Jesus continued, there was a man who had 2 sons. The younger one said to his father, Father, give me my share of the estate. So he divided his property between them. Not long after that, the younger son got together all he had, set off for a distant country, and there squandered his wealth in wild living. After he had spent everything, there was a severe famine in that whole country, and he began to be in need. So he went and hired himself out to a citizen of that country, who sent him to his fields to feed pigs. He longed to fill his stomach with the pods that the pigs were eating, but no one gave him anything. When he came to his senses, he said, How many of my father's hired servants have food to spare? And here I am starving to death. I will set out and go back to my father and say to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. Make me like one of your hired servants. So he got up and went to his father. But while he was still a long way off, his father saw him and was filled with compassion for him. He ran to his son, threw his arms around him, and kissed him. The son said to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and against you. I am no longer worthy to be called your son. But the father said to his servants, Quick, bring the best robe and put it on him. Put a ring on his finger and sandals on his feet. Bring the fatted calf and kill it. Let's have a feast and celebrate. For this son of mine was dead and is alive again. He was lost and is found. So they began to celebrate. Come home to God and he'll welcome you with open, loving arms. God bless you.